Hey there, YouTube. Ghost Jake here with you tonight. Since it's 10, a little after 10 o'clock where I live. Anyway, I just got done watching the Exorcist TV show, episode 5. See, here it is. A picture of the Exorcist because, yeah. Okay, now, there was a lot that was going on in this episode, and I'm going to get started on my review shortly. So I think you would like this episode because a lot of stuff actually picked up. Okay, so in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, here we go. Now, in this episode, it starts off where it just starts off where you see Casey in her room, and then it peers down outside, and you see Father Thomas and Father Marcus outside discussing about you know preparing and discussing about the exorcism and what's going on, what's getting ready to happen. Now, okay, after they're oh, excuse me. Sorry about that. Now, then it goes into Casey's room. Then it goes into Casey's room, right? And we see her with her dad. Her dad's like cleaning her up a little bit because the exorcism must have started a little bit because she is a little messed up, but not much. Then we he then her father, Casey's father's getting ready to leave her bedroom, and Casey gets up and talks to him. And he's like, "Come here, I want to tell you a secret." So is manipulating. The demon is manipulating her dad. He's like, "Don't you want to hear my secret?" Right? And then she like does something to her dad. She like whispers something, and it looks like she like licks his ear for some weird reason. Can never understand the mind of a demon though, even in a TV show. Anyway, and then we see her mother like cleaning, and Casey, no, I'm not Casey, Catherine in her room. Like her mother, I think she's mainly just cleaning, so she doesn't have to focus on what's going up on upstairs, the exorcism. Just trying to. All she's doing is just trying to take her mind off of things. And Casey's on, and Catherine. I apologize, guys. I keep on wanting to say Casey when I'm talking about Catherine for some reason. And Catherine is on her computer, like, yeah, like she's all really concerned about Casey. But we'll get back to that a little later. And so the exorcism. So we see Father Thomas and Father Marcus starting to perform the exorcism. Saying all their lines and reading from the writer room, the exorcism book. Anyway, after that, now this demon, I can tell you one thing, this demon, he is a very powerful demon. And I'm happy about that, because I would be very disappointed if the demon was a weak bastard and he just got exorcism and he was gone after this episode. I want this to actually drag on, and I want it to be very interesting. Right? But nothing's working. Right? And then we see Father Marcus, the Sturgeon, no, Father Thomas, no, Father Thomas and Marcus are still doing the exorcism, right? And all of the sudden the demon starts speaking in like Spanish, I want to think, maybe. But the point is, he starts speaking in a different language. And he's manipulating Father Thomas. Like, he's using the voice of his, I believe, deceased grandmother. I believe she's dead anyway. So here is another similarity, okay, with the original movie, right? The original movie, The Exorcist. I know this is The Exorcist 3, but the point is the same, because it's been a while since I've seen this movie, but the point is, I believe Father Damien Karras from the original Exorcist movie is in The Exorcist 3. The reason why I bring that up is because there is similarities I noticed in this particular episode between Father Thomas and Father Damien Karras from the original Exorcist movie. And that is that the demon got into Father in the movie The Exorcist. The demon got into Damien Karras' mind and started to make him doubt himself. And it did the exact same thing to Father Thomas. It got into his mind and started to make him doubt himself. Plus, furthermore, after they're taking furthermore, Father Thomas leaves, and Father Marcus kind of follows him out, right? And they're talking, and then they're talking for a little bit, right? And then there is a big saying, like, yeah, don't let it get to you and whatnot. It's like, you gotta be strong. Don't let him manipulate you. Don't let him get to you. And then we head downstairs. We see, excuse me again, damn. Then we see Catherine and Angela sitting there and talking, right? Sitting there and talking. And Angela's just like going through some photos and whatnot. Catherine's all worried, very, very, very worried, because she is saying, Casey does not need, an exorcism. She does not need priests. She needs to go to the hospital and be taken care of. Which actually, that kind of reminds me of another exorcism case, but I'm not going to mention that because that case has nothing to do with the original exorcism case at all. It's a completely different case. So I'm not even going to bring that up. But I do have the movie on that other case in my room somewhere. Anyway, but it's not. Yeah, but the other case is not based off of the 1949 exorcism case that inspired William Peter Blatty to write The Exorcist. It's not based off that. Anyway, and then, we see, Henry. I believe the dad's name is Henry. Going through some stuff, and he finds, a Bible with a red feather in it, and then he takes it to just going through some stuff, and he starts talking to Angela. He's like, is there anything you want to tell me? Is there anything? Have you ever lied to me? He keeps on questioning Angela. I'm like, I originally thought, I was like, when I watched the episode live, I was like, what did the demon do to him when it whispered into her father's ear? I think what it did actually was it told, what it might have did was the demon might have told something to Henry about Angela. Anyway, Father Thomas is in the bathroom and there's a knock on the door or a knock on the wall. And then he goes to Casey's room and he sees in Father Thomas, he sees in Casey's room, he sees Jessica, the girl he is involved with, sort of. And so he starts to, say prayers because, he doesn't believe it's real. And it isn't real, it's just a hallucination. But the demon already manipulated him and is doing it again because he's seeing Jessica in Father Thomas is seeing Jessica. He's not seeing Casey, who is possessed. And so Father Thomas walks in. No, so Father Thomas starts kissing Jessica, but he's actually kissing the demon. So that is kind of disturbing and kind of funny all at the same time. And Father Marcus walks in on him, kind of starting to get sexual and whatnot. So that's kind of where that's going. Anyway, and then Father Marcus just pulls him out of the room. Right? Just pulls him out of the room and starts talking. He says, you pretty much compromise yourself, useless to me, and pretty much just sends him away. Right? And then the first thing Father Thomas does, as he starts walking down in the rain. And meanwhile, back at Casey's house, Father Marcus is still continuing the exorcism by himself. And then the demon shows Father Marcus a hallucination about his mother and his father. That doesn't really... I mean, he gets to him a little bit, but doesn't really get to him as much as Father Thomas got manipulated. So it didn't really get to him all that much. He didn't really care, I guess, because Father Marcus has been through this quite a bit. All right, okay, now back to Father Thomas walking in the rain. And the first thing he does, he goes to Jessica's house. The real Jessica, not the demon Jessica, not the hallucination Jessica, the real Jessica's house. And since he pretty much got booted out of the exorcism, he goes to Jessica's house, and he finds out, and Father Thomas finds out Jessica's husband is gone for the night or whatever. And so the first thing Father Marcus does is pretty much just gets laid and has sex with the real Jessica. So there's that to throw in. Now, meanwhile, back at Casey's house, right? All of a sudden, it looks like Father Marcus is getting through to Casey. Oh, I forgot one tiny detail. I can't believe I forgot it. In Casey's mind, the demon, she's seen the demon, and he keeps on saying, like begging the demon to stop, and it's like, you know what you have to do to make it stop? You have to bring her to me. It's like, well, who does he want? It's making the audience think that the demon is after her sister Catherine. But I'll get close to that towards the end of the episode. Okay. Then we're back inside the room, and Father Marcus is continuing the exorcism, and he's really close to getting a breakthrough. It looks like. Key word. I said looks, not is. I said looks like. Right? It looks like Casey is getting ready to touch the cross, and all of a sudden, cops comes. All of a sudden, cops show up, right, to the house, and take Casey away, and arrest Father Marcus. Catherine, what happened was Catherine called the police because she was so concerned with her sister's safety that she thinks that she needed medical help, not spiritual help, right? Yeah. And so we see the stretcher going, taking her away in the ambulance, right? Taking her away in the ambulance. And then all of a sudden there's like a crash. The ambulance crashes into a tree, right? And guess what? The demon killed everybody in the ambulance. But the demon, the reason how the ambulance came to be really fast is the demon manipulated Catherine by saying that the priests were torturing her, and it got all Catherine all concerned, and and forced her to call the cops. But that's how the police showed up, and that's how it all came to be, right? Then, always with the thens. We see Father Marcus in jail, and Father Thomas back into his parish, and all of a sudden, while Father Marcus is in jail, he keeps repeating something to himself that the demon said to him, right? During when the exorcism took place. Right. And he figures out that, and I think he figures out that a different demon is going to show up sooner or later. So it looks like they're going to have maybe two demons to deal with. And then the jail doors open because Father Bennett bailed out Father Marcus. And then right when Father Marcus is getting ready to leave, he tells Father Bennett, you need to warn like the high priestesses or whatever. Right? And then we cut back to Father Thomas, who is confessing because he had because he sinned and he had sex with the real Jessica. So he's confessing to God about that. And then all of a sudden, someone comes in to the parish, right? Someone comes into the parish, his parish, and it is Angela. And here's where Angela starts telling a story about how she had like an imaginary friend in like when she was younger and everything. Right? And then she starts talking, Angela starts telling her story, like confessing to Father Marcus. Now here is where a bombshell drops off. The Exorcist TV show does take place after The Exorcist. Probably like let's say probably about like 30 or 40 years. I'm terrible at ages. I'm just guessing. Okay, but the big reveal at the end is that Angela is using a fake name. She is not really Angela at all. In fact, she is... Sorry, I don't have the original Exorcist to do this on me. She is Regan MacNeil from the original Exorcist movie. How big of a reveal is that? So the demon is not after Catherine when he says, just bring her to me. It's after her mother Regan, who the demon wants to possess again. So that is a very big reveal, guys, that Angela is in fact actually Regan MacNeil from the original Exorcist movie. Big time reveal. Well, anyway, guys, I'll see you guys in 2 weeks because I believe the preview said in 2 weeks' time. I believe the preview said in 2 weeks' time for the next episode, so they're taking a week off, which sucks, I know. I'll just have to post another video in the meantime. This is Ghost Jake signing out. Take care. And if you like my video, press that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Good night. Take care. Goodbye.